Real TV Sports.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to discuss some pointers with you guys. You can see it on the ticker on the side. We're going to start off with a team we think is going to underperform and a team we think is going to overperform. Chirk, would you like to start us off?
Looking at the win totals for a lot of these teams, a team that not much hype around them underperforming. Jacksonville Jaguars set at 9 wins on the year. That team is going to be a 3-win team at max.
Wow.
3 wins, what?
3 wins.
What, is T-Law going to take that next step?
Does that mean that Doug is out? Is that what that means?
If they win
That
3
is what it
games,
would mean.
yeah, if they win 3 games,
Yeah, Doug.
everybody's gone. But no, Trevor Lawrence will not take that next step. He never will. Derek's been saying that for years. I'm off the Trevor Lawrence hype train.
I think we've seen the best of Trevor Lawrence.
I
I
agree.
might as well hop in.
I really think we
My-
have.
My underperform is also the Jaguars. I'll just throw that out there.
Oh,
There's no way that team wins more than 6 games this year. There's just no shot.
that's definitely more humble than 3.
I think the Colts are my underachiever.
I like
just-
that.
I don't. Anthony Richardson, man, I don't know about him yet.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
you
not
got
sold.
a
I'm
healthy
not
Jonathan Taylor.
Their defense
Yeah.
though blows, dude. They don't.
That
Besides
offense put up
Buckner, man, they have
45.
nobody.
My underperformer is the Saints. I don't think they get more than 6 wins this season. That whole
Yeah,
team is
they're-
just. I
Dennis
feel like that
Allen's
team is
gone
just such
after
a
this
mess.
year. See you,
I
bud.
feel like Dennis Allen, he's gone, and then they could rebuild.
Yeah,
Derek Carr is top
He's
5
gonna
though.
be
We'll roll that
Derek
clip.
Carr.
Derek Carr.
Congrats, Derek. You just got that clip put on the internet. Controversially, I think that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to underperform this year. And I'm known to hate this team. Hold on. I'm known to hate this team, but let it be known that Saquon won't last the season. Saquon will get hurt, and I like Saquon. He's going to get hurt. Jalen Hurts, news just broke, he can't read a blitz, and he just lost his signal caller at center. He's in trouble. I think he's in big trouble.
Hey, you know
Where
who's turning that team
do
around?
that?
Kenny Pickett could turn that team around.
Kenny Pickett blows.
He could save the Eagles. Yeah, okay.
Dude, he's
He was
Rod.
a cut candidate last week.
He
Yeah. He
was.
could save the Eagles. How do you feel about that, man?
He
I
saved-
mean, I don't like either of them, I'll be honest with you.
Me either.
But yeah, no, I think they'll still, I don't think they're going to be bad, but I don't think they're going to be the best record in the NFC, which is what they're projected.
You can't bet on an injury. Like, yeah, Saquon's gotten hurt, but this is the best situation he's ever been in. So you got to give him that.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I don't know. I didn't see that Jalen Hurts quote, but I mean,
Me neither.
could he straight up not read a blitz? I don't know about that, but will he miss a lot of reads because Kelsey would normally like catch it? Yes, I'll buy that. So that can be an issue. But overall, I mean, they're still gonna make the playoffs. But
Yeah, I think they'll
they're
be
definitely
right
not
on
my
the fringe.
Super Bowl winner. Yeah. In which their expectations are a Super Bowl, so that's still an underperformance.
Yeah.
But maybe they win a playoff game. That's kind of where I'm at with that. My underperformers, I went with the entire NFC South. So we got
Wow.
Atlanta. Kirk might not be healthy. We don't know that. And I know we just said you can't bet on a guy getting injured, but you can bet on a guy
They're
who
starting to
was
stack on
injured.
defense, though.
With the defense, they do have some names, but you need to get that chemistry together, which I think they will, but that's just like a minor concern. Like the Falcons are supposed to win the division. Yeah, it's tough to get guys to buy in. Yeah. And then my third reason to be off them, their wide receiver 3 is Ray McLeod. So now
Yeah.
New Orleans, that also includes, so going along with Sabo. And I'll take it a step further. I think they're going to be the worst team in the NFL this year.
The Saints?
Wow.
The Saints, yeah.
Okay.
I think they're
I
going to be
I
the worst
love
team.
it.
can definitely see that.
They're going to be locked into like a bottom record, which means they're going to have a top pick. So I think there's a good chance they have to try Spencer Rattler at some point.
Yeah, I think we'll see him next
Because they
year.
just wasted a draft pick on him, and then they're going to have a top pick. they're gonna have a top pick, so they need to know if they need to take quarterback or what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I
So
hope we
you
get to see
factor in-
Rattler. I want to see him.
Maybe he comes in and he's good.
I'm hoping it's not a Davis Mills situation where he performs well when he gets his shot, and they're just like, "See ya."
Matt,
Yeah.
Matt,
The Buccaneers, who last year randomly, like the day before the season, I bet on them to win or was it? I think it was make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was make the playoffs. Them and Atlanta are like a toss-up to who wins the division, in my opinion. It's gonna be really close, but I could just see them all like somebody has to win the division. So I think it's gonna be between those two, but I don't think it's gonna be as pretty as we think. Which actually leads me to my overperformers. The team I didn't mention, Carolina Panthers. So it's not really the entire NFC South. The Panthers. I mean, you got Deontay coming in, gonna be rocking multiple. I mean,
that's if he can catch a ball.
well, I
What do
think
you mean
like,
if he can catch a ball?
He drops every pass.
No, he doesn't.
Deontay drops them.
no.
Deontay doesn't drop passes.
Yes, he does.
Wait a minute. Wasn't it
Look at
Deontay's
He's
He's
thing
in
that he
mid-season
doesn't
form
drop
and
the ball?
preseason dropping balls already.
The hell? Because he is
You know who else was
quick.
dropping
Yeah,
balls in
Jamar Chase
preseason?
had the drop.
Jamar Chase.
Deontay
so in on the
Johnson stock
Panthers.
skyrocket.
Skyrocketing. Wow.
Way
So yeah,
out.
I like them. They also like have a better O line, and I think the situation is gonna be a lot better for Bryce. So
Dave
Yeah.
Canales will get that team.
Yeah,
He's
they're
an
one
offensive
team.
guru.
Guess what? Jonathan Brooks is going to be a stud when
He's
he
gonna be
comes
good.
back.
Panthers have three good running backs if you really think about it.
Uh,
I think Miles Sanders.
They're
stinks.
Miles
Panthers are
Sanders is
terrible.
I think he's terrible.
I'd
Miles
say too
Sanders.
good. Yeah,
That guy's
too
a
good
shell of
running back.
Not the
He's
best,
washed.
but he's pretty good.
I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole personally, but
I mean, neither
I
should-
like Hubbard, and
Yeah,
I mean
Hubbard's
I love
good.
Brooks.
All right, well, I'll keep it on the topic of the NFC South. My overperformer is the Atlanta Falcons.
Wow.
Kind of to counter what Brian said, is Kirk Cousins healthy? I really don't think Kirk Cousins matters. I mean, I think they can win as many games whether or not they have Kirk or Penix. I think Penix is actually probably better, but you just can't give him the shot since you just paid Kirk $40 million.
That's a little outrageous. That's a little. outrageous.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Kirk Cousins is a top 15 quarterback. I'd
But
say.
they drafted Penix to be a backup. Whenever that happens, like
They
the
turn
guy
out
ends up
good.
being a stud every time.
Yeah,
What did they take him? Eighth?
Eighth.
yeah.
Yikes.
like Kirk's great and all, but like what has the guy done?
Mediocre. As ever.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Absolutely
Yeah.
dog shit.
No, think about it.
Dog.
though. Last year, that team was on Kirk's back.
Who?
The Vikings.
They were. Yeah, they were.
And he was carrying
Alright.
them, and then his Achilles blew. But he's a legend. He's the
They have
legend.
a good coach.
Cousins.
He's
Relax.
good. No, the guy's
Sam-
good.
Watch
He's
Sam
good at what he
Darnold light it up
does.
this year.
It's also Kyle
Kirk?
Pitt's breakout
All
season.
that.
I hope.
Cousins?
Finally coming.
He's due. It's
Can I
the
say
fourth
my-
year in a
Can
row.
I say my-
Kyle Pitts is calling the breakout.
It's gonna happen this
Can
year.
I say my overperformer?
Yeah.
I feel like the Commanders are going to shock a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I
second
really do.
that. I have two.
They have a young quarterback, and they have a lot of young talent on that team, and I think they'll shock a lot of people. Everyone always has them at the bottom of the division, but I feel like they're. I
They
said
would
they
have
get
a
like
chance to
9
Then
win
they
the whole
wins.
added
division.
to it. They added to
I think
their.
they could get like. I think they
Yeah.
could get 9 wins.
Sabo said 9 wins for the Commanders. Yo.
That's a lot.
I think they'll be better than the Titans.
Whoa.
But I was saying, I think I'm back in on Eckler this year.
Taking shots
Really?
already.
Yeah,
Already.
I don't know about Eckler.
I think he might
Yeah, they're-
catch like a lot of like screen passes.
I won't touch
Yeah.
him after last year in fantasy.
Yeah.
See, in college, Jaden Daniels never threw to his running backs.
He just
I don't know.
runs.
I think, yeah, that's the thing. But I think they're gonna try to make him more dangerous. Like it would be smart, get the screen game going. You don't know where they're going.
Brian, why did they get rid of John Dotson, the Commanders?
I mean, Luke McCaffrey must be looking good or something. I don't know.
I heard Jahan Dotson was a cut candidate. I
Heard
heard
that
they
too.
were gonna cut him. That's how bad he
Well,
was
that
doing.
I mean, they got like a third,
I mean, he
and they gave
was
him a fifth with
kind
him,
of good.
Yeah, third is good.
that is good. Yeah,
Here's one of my overperformers. One of them was the Commanders. The next one, the Denver Broncos.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Denver Broncos are going to get 6-7 wins, maybe 8. I don't know, though. I don't know.
That's interesting.
I think Sean Payton found his quarterback. Bo Nix. Oh, their defense is going to be pretty good. Surtain,
Yeah. He's
got
good.
what they need. I don't know. They lost Simmons. They lost a bunch of people, but you know what?
Simmons is just a name at this point. I think he was a little overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
got a
was
lot
a
of
free
pick
agent
left.
for way too long, or he got traded and he
He's
was
old.
on the block
He's
for a
like
while.
29.
He's old. He is old, but he's good.
I'll say another one. The Rams, overachievers. I think they're going to win that division.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rams are going to
That's
win
definitely a hot take.
NFC West.
Yeah.
With what defense?
I love it.
What
I
defense?
like-
I love it.
I
They're
like
the
them a
worst
lot.
team
but
by
I
miles,
think,
I think.
I think the
Worst
Niners
team.
and the Seahawks are both.
I think the
better
Niners.
odds.
I think it goes Niners, Rams, Seattle, and who else is in that division? The Cardinals. West.
Yeah, Seattle has a better chance than.
I think the
The
Cardinals
Rams, I
are
think.
pretty good too. They're going to be
I think the Cardinals are way
I
better.
think
than the
I think
Rams.
Seattle will be way better
Oh.
than to have the QB in right now, Geno Smith. I think he's old.
No, Gino's gonna cook this year.
He's
Well,
an
speaking
old
of the
average
Seahawks-
quarterback.
Speaking of the Seahawks, those are my overperformance.
Wow.
Let's go.
Little
Nice.
Homer action.
A little bit of Homer action. Ryan Grubb coming in already saying exact words of he's going to get the Cooper Cup treatment. 10 targets a game at
Do it.
minimum.
Yeah, see, I love that.
The only defense in that division that can really keep up with what the hope of the Seattle offense is San Fran's.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald's gone from the Rams. What is their number one corner now? Akella Witherspoon,
the best offense is the Rams
Former
though,
Steeler.
by far.
yeah, former Seahawk too. Savo. Yeah, we traded him. But
The
yeah,
offense is definitely the lead.
like, and Seattle's defense has been balling in preseason.
They're gonna
Like,
be
Coach
good.
Ryan
Their
gets moved to
defense.
safety. It's going to be him and Julian Love back there.
Yeah.
I will say I'm scared about the cornerback room, especially having 2 rookie corners as your 3 and 4 behind.
Yeah, it's shallow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
it's shallow, but the top
You
two
only
are
need one of them on this.
We
team.
can't
good.
afford an injury. One of those guys get hurt.
Yeah, and then it's going to be
Cooked.
hunting at the trade deadline.
Didn't you just trade a
Yeah.
corner or something?
Yeah.
Mike Jackson, he was the
Yeah,
equivalent
MJ.
of me playing corner.
Damn. Jackson. Jesus Christ. Still around?
But yeah,
Oh
like,
shit! Gigantic spider. Hold on.
Show it. You gotta show it.
Whoa.
Not gonna show.
I just want to throw it out there. Jalen Hurts can't throw.
I got him. All right, my overperformer. Did you guys forget about them? It's the New York Jets. You can't sleep on the Jets.
Oh boy.
The Jets defense literally won them games last year with touchdowns or safeties or holding teams to below 10. Like, their defense is a top 3 defense in the league. You can't sleep on that. They just had nobody at quarterback and no offense whatsoever. Like, you get somewhat of an offense, a mid offense. Like, this sounds way worse than it actually is if you look it up. But the year Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl, his offense did terrible with the Broncos. His offense did terrible in the playoffs. Okay, so yeah, I think that the Jets could very overperform. I don't know what their win total's at, but I think people forget that with Aaron Rodgers, they are dangerous. Our next topic on the ticker is Super Bowl winner. I'll start us off. I think that the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl. I don't think that any team from the NFC has a chance. I think that the
Wow.
AFC is unbelievable. Specifically, we know it's going to be the Chiefs again. Don't kid yourself. Bet it now. I mean, you're going to be sitting there on the couch like, oh, here we are again, watching the Chiefs in it again. Here comes Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. It's coming. But I'll sprinkle in a little Jets and a little Texans because I like them too. And then, I mean, then you get to the Bengals. Like, yeah, the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl. Probably the Chiefs.
I mean, I'm gonna just hop right in and follow up on Matt saying that everyone forgot about the Jets. the story's there for Rodgers. It's going to be Jets over the Niners. He finally beats them in the playoffs.
That would be odd. That gave me chills just you saying that.
You think he beats him week 1?
Yeah, I think he does, and I don't think it's him that.
Is that your Super Bowl rematch right there?
Yeah, week 1 Super Bowl rematch, and it's not going to be Aaron Rodgers that beats the Niners in week 1.
Oh, it's going to be Tyrod.
It's going to be the defense. It's going to be
Tyrod.
What? Tyrod.
I didn't know what to
Leaving
say.
him
Same thought too. I was like, what?
No, Trick, you're like smiling. I'm like, am I missing something?
I'm trying to think of what to say back to that. I mean, I'll tell you right now. I'll even pick Super Bowl MVP as Demario Davis. If he's not there anymore.
The Patriot. No, he's not actually. Never mind.
I was gonna say Quinnen Williams, and then I thought of Quincy Williams, and then I thought linebackers.
Quinnen would be awesome. Super Bowl MVP.
I think he just dominates that game.
I love it.
I'll stay in the AFC too. I'm gonna go Texans. Their offense added a lot of pieces, and their defense did too. They're just gonna walk through that division, I think, pretty easily. Gonna win some games in the playoffs, take down Mahomes.
So it's like a Tyler Granahan nightmare.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, when they walk into Tennessee this year, it's gonna fuel some nightmares.
No, I think we take a game from them. We're gonna take a game.
You know what scares me about the Texans is I
Okay.
really hope Stroud doesn't get Tua'd because he got a bad concussion last year.
Here's the thing. Titans are going to be good. We're going to come in second.
Snead is a defensive player of the year candidate. I'll stand by that.
I don't know.
If Bland didn't win
People
it
are gonna
last
go at
year, I
Jacoby.
can't see a corner winning it anytime soon.
Yeah, they need like a record-breaking interception here, or every single pick is a pick six.
Well, both happened last year, and he didn't win.
Oh, that's why I said it. That's why I said it.
I know.
No, hey, yeah. What would it take? What would a defender have to do to win MVP?
Oh, God.
At least 5 touchdowns.
MVP.
Minimum
Probably
5
MVP,
touchdowns.
MVP, he has to
or-
like.
Break the sack record.
Yeah, you actually have to break the record.
I think
Maybe
if
like
TJ
40
Watt,
sacks. Like 40
TJ
sack
Watt
season.
broke it whenever he tied it or whatever he did, I think he would have won MVP.
Yeah, you got screwed on one.
He didn't get screwed on one. He tied the record.
All right. Super Bowl winner. All right, I'll give you my matchup. I'm thinking Ravens Lions just because the Ravens were if Zay didn't fumble, they were in it already. So and now they have Derrick Henry. So it just seems like easy math there. And then Lions, same thing, we're right there. So I'm just gonna bet on the bounce back here. Ravens Lions. And then in that game, give me the Ravens.
Yeah.
It's gonna be terrible to see. I'm gonna be rooting for the Lions.
Ah,
Do we all agree that Josh Allen is like the AFC version of Dak in the playoffs?
No.
Yeah, but they both are great in season, and then they just fall off in the playoffs.
Josh Allen went to an AFC championship.
But they're really good in the season, but for some reason they can't get it done in the playoffs. I don't know why.
I think I'd
Josh
compare.
Allen
Josh
balls,
Allen 5 touchdowns in a game.
I think I'd compare Dak to Lamar in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Very
but-
similar
yeah.
stats.
Good one.
Well, Dak beats him in every stat actually in playoffs, but with the same amount of games played. But
They each have one MVP too.
I could say my
Tony
Super Bowl
Pollard didn't
prediction.
fumble on the goal line. Dak would have had an MVP. against the
My Super Bowl
Dolphins last year.
prediction, Matt. We got the Chiefs, obviously, versus the Lions. That's
what
what
could
I'm
have
going.
been the what could have been bowl.
Yeah, the what
last
could have
year.
been. That's what I
wish.
think.
I'll stay on the Chiefs wagon. I think it's going to be the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's easy.
I feel like the big injury though is gonna happen because I have him in fantasy.
To be
Watch,
rep-
I'm gonna get screwed. He's gonna get hurt for the year.
Chiefs are going to be
Why do we have so many guys
representing
banking on
Gaylord.
injuries this year? Everybody wants injuries.
Wants
And then I have
Carson
two,
Wentz is gonna take the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. Imagine that.
two
Carson
teams.
Wentz?
Imagine that. Mahomes gets hurt,
Carson
and
Wentz,
Wentz pulls the Nick Foles, but with the Chiefs.
You want to hear something?
Wow, Nick Foles too.
Yeah,
Carson Wentz,
Nick Foles.
That's
too,
a good
man.
story. That's a
It
good
is.
story right
It
there.
is a good
Wow.
story.
Carson Wentz.
Seva, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking brisk.
Oh, I thought it was a Bush Light. I was like, oh my god, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
This,
That would've
nobody's
been
gonna
so
like this.
awesome.
Nobody's gonna like this.
That's funny.
Carson Wentz was Pat Mahomes before Pat Mahomes came in the league.
No, I saw that. I saw that take on TikTok, and I
Did you see those
100%
fucking
agree.
throws and all the shit he was doing, man?
Mhm.
Identical. He looks like Pat Mahomes.
He was also a
Think
magician in the
about Pat
pocket.
Mahomes. I think your
Wow.
Kansas City Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl, and I think it's going to be an NFC winner this year.
Mm.
It's either going to be against the Packers or Eagles, and I'm leaning on Eagles, and I think the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
The Eagles have no
Doesn't Nick
chance of
Sirianni have
ever
a
winning
terrible relationship
Black.
with Jalen Hurts?
if Jalen Hurts is ever the quarterback.
Jalen
He'll
Hurts and
never,
Nick
ever win.
Sirianni cannot
Yeah,
get on the
yo.
same page, so that will never work.
Jalen Hurts outplayed Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but if you blitz him, he can't throw. He'll throw 10 interceptions in a
That's
game.
a Matt Rinaldi hot take.
It's not though.
No,
Like
he
watch him against
actually
the
is.
Bucks.
Like,
Watch him against the Buccaneers. They'll never beat the Buccaneers.
statistically,
They didn't
he's
have the defense.
terrible
All right,
against
and the coordinator sucked. Now they have Kellen.
He sucks
Moore.
against the Cowboys. Kellen Moore sucks too.
Don't even. Yeah, I
Guys,
don't even
don't-
want to
I don't know
talk
why
about it.
people are putting so
You
much
guys
stock into
praised
Kellen
Kellen
Moore.
Moore. You wanted him to be your head coach.
I never did.
Not me.
Garrett. Oh,
We
I don't
both
know
hated
about
him.
that. I don't know about that.
I
He
Could
led
never
two
stand
number
the
one
guy.
offenses. Two number one offenses.
Yeah, because he had
Yeah,
good
and
players.
so-
year.
so did Mike McCarthy. You know what the common factor is?
Number
Mr.
one offense.
Prescott. All right, so now if you look, we're moving on to our next segment, which is the league MVP.
It's only year 2 for the kid, but CJ Stroud will be your NFL MVP this year. And he's going to do something. He's going to join an exclusive club this year too. I'll add this in.
Okay.
He's going 5,000 passing yards.
Wow.
Nice.
I love it, and I second it. He's also my pick.
He is also
Could that
my
be your
pick.
well, yeah, bud? Wow.
You could also
Three.
get him at plus 1,000 on FanDuel, which is nice. Very
Wow.
nice. Yeah. Very nice stuff there. It could be your well, yeah, bud. Just remember that number, plus 1,000, plus 1,000.
That's well, yeah, buddish. The
Yeah.
upside.
The upside's gigantic. I don't even know if he's top 5. But yeah. So that whole top row, it seems, has CJ Stroud as the MVP. What does the bottom row have to say?
I'm going
Wait.
with the young quarterback. I'm sorry, Brian. I'm going with the young quarterback, Jordan Love. I think he's gonna
Ooh.
ball out this year. He's gonna shock a lot of people. You know how Rodgers would always win those MVPs in Green Bay? Well, this is the new era.
I
Yeah.
like that, Sal.
All right.
I do like that.
I have two. Either or. My number one, Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow has a very good chance to win MVP. And I think number two is Aaron Rodgers. I
Wow.
think Aaron Rodgers.
I like it, but guess what? They're not gonna give it to him because he has too many of them. They're just like that.
I don't know about that. If he leads the Jets to the playoffs and he has a good year, I think he'll be in that.
Or could he get comeback player of the year though?
Yeah, absolutely. If he wins
He's
MVP, absolutely.
the lock for comeback.
Anthony Richardson might challenge him for that award though if he's in the running.
Nah.
You know what? My pick is Pat Mahomes, but I also have noted here, Rodgers will deserve it, but Mahomes will get it.
Mm.
That's what'll happen. Rodgers is gonna lose an MVP to Mahomes this year.
Ah, that's disgusting. And then he'll beat him in the playoffs to pay back for it.
Oh,
That'd be great.
I feel like they say the playoffs don't matter, but the winner of that game might get it. They're gonna slip a couple of votes into the ballot.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, in our last segment, this one is, how would you describe this? How would you describe a well, yeah, bud?
It's just like, well, yeah, bud.
Okay,
When you
yeah,
say it, it's like, well, yeah, bud.
Our last segment is, well, yeah, bud. It's an absolute lock. Except since this is the preseason episode, it's a future bet. So something that you look at and you're like, well, yeah, bud. Of course he's gonna do that. and you lock it in. That's what this segment is. It's a long explanation for a segment, but that's what this segment is.
I got 3 right off the top of my head.
Let them rip.
Wow.
We're gonna go in order from safest to riskiest. Safest. Amari Cooper, 1,000 yards on the season.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, bud.
Well, yeah, bud.
Number 2.
Almost unanimous. That's good.
Number 2. I sent the TikTok last night in the group chat for a reason. Cortland Sutton, 1,000 yards.
Oh,
geez.
you didn't
Well,
have that
maybe,
last
bud.
year. He only had like
That's impossible,
700. He only had like 700.
Hyping himself up on social media, saying he's him. Rookie of the Year pick. The new RG3, Jaden Daniels.
I like that.
Wow, that's a well.
I don't know about.
They have a
Yeah,
glory
well,
boy.
yeah, but I like it.
I feel like
It's like, well, I don't know, bud, because my bud might be Caleb. I don't know, though.
I think Vlad McConkey goes over 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns.
wow.
Wow. That would be nuts.
Vlad McConkey. Remember the name?
How much did Puka have last year?
1,400 and like 6 touchdowns.
Wow.
Half of my bud is Marvin Harrison to get 1,000, and then the other half
Nice.
is Josh Allen to get 3,750 passing yards, 221 a game. I feel like if he doesn't do that, then something's really wrong.
221 a game he's projected.
That's like nothing for Josh Allen. It seems incredibly low.
Yeah, I mean, granted, wide receiver 1 is Khalil Shakir, but
Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman,
Okay,
whatever.
you got some
Rose's
decent
name is.
guys.
Yeah, but
Got weapons. Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel, yeah.
James Cook out of the backfield. That could be nice too.
Yeah.
Will Dak Prescott throw over 29.5 touchdown passes at plus 100 odds on FanDuel Sportsbook? Well, yeah, bud. He will.
Of course he will, bud.
I think he will. I mean, especially they said they're not signing him before the season, so he's gonna. This is not a prove it year, but like a contract year. People usually go nuclear. He has CeeDee Lamb officially back. They didn't start clicking till week 5, week 6 last year. So now hopefully you get a full season of that. I think that 29.5 should be pretty light.
I hope them two laid it up this year. That'd be fine. With a little Fergie.
Yeah, a lot of
He gets
Fergie.
around 35.
A lot of Fergie.
35 touchdown
Yeah.
passes.
Okay, well, my bud is Mike Evans to get 1,000 receiving yards because that guy's
Well,
a
yeah,
Hall of Famer.
bud.
Well, yeah,
Why
but-
wouldn't he do it?
That guy's gonna have a statue soon in Canton.
No, literally, why would Mike Evans not get 1,000 yards? That's episode 1. Catch us every Wednesday from now on for the rest of the NFL season for our weekly episodes, including things such as locks of the week, upsets of the week, hot takes, well, yeah, buds, and much more. We'll catch you next time on Real TV Sports.